Hello everyone. Welcome to Coaching Think Talk. So I am Life Coach Candy Teng. So I am a professional certified CACC or co-actively co-create life coach and a certified mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. And this is coaching for mindful eating. So this coaching conversation is for people who sees food as life, but who are being challenged by what they eat, which causes them physical, emotional, and mental stress. And my mission is to help 1 million individuals to become mentally fit, to heal and recover from their broken identity, broken name, and broken dreams so that they can courageously journey outside of their comfortable lifestyle to live responsibly. So thank you for joining me live today, and please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. Please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing for this session. And also, you may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring message. So if you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. So I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI-Connect. So if you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. So the topic for this morning is food and mood. One letter shift that will make a difference. Ayan. So exciting ang ating topic. So if you have heard that food has a correlation with your mood, please feel free to type in the comment and share with me your thoughts. So before I proceed, I would like to greet our fellow learners for this morning. So we have Coach Lacey, we have Coach C, we have Coach Teen, and Coach Sean. So good morning. Ayan. So again, food and mood, are you one let or food and your mood one letter shift that will make a difference. So if you have heard that your food dictates your mood, or the other way around, though, your mood dictates what you eat, then please feel free to share with me your thoughts. Okay, so just in case you're meeting me for the first time, so my name is Coach Candee Teng. Again, I'm a professional certified CAC life coach and a certified mental health coach from the Life Coach Philippines. So I am a proud scholar of I'm a proud apprentice of Master Coach A. No, I'm a Master Builder Apprentice of Master Coach A. And we build tribe as we help your unstoppable dream to come true. Ayan. And I am also a proud scholar of Master Coach A's Tribe Speak, a six-step, six-figure speaking career training program. I am the founder and creator of When Comfort is Not Too Comfortable coaching community. So you can either be comfortable with pain or pain with comfort. So our life offers rewards and lessons for every choice that you make. And when we talk about comfort, this is not only limited to physical comfort, but this can be your mental comfort, your emotional comfort as well, where it keeps us locked in a cage, meaning you know that you have something greater, you know that you want to go out of that cage, no, but because of comfort, you simply do not take the step out of that comfort. And of course, when you know that you are not meant to be in the space, you know that it is no longer your season and your season is growth, of course you're going to eventually be pained by comfort. Again, so if you want to join me in my community, then I invite you to join me in my community. And of course, I am a proud coachee of Master Coach A. So we are in partnership for 3 years now, and we have always been working on my mental wellness and my mental fitness. So it was a journey before I came to life coaching. Before I met Master Coach A, I was clinically diagnosed with multiple mental illnesses. And through life coaching, I got healing. I got the healing that I really wanted. So what I'll be sharing with you in terms of coaching for mindful eating is how mindful eating affects directly have an effect on your mental health So we all know that it has an effect on our physical health. What we eat actually affects our physical health. But did you know that what you eat as well affects your mental health? And that has been my journey with a part of my journey with Master Coach A in terms of building my mental fitness. Okay, so in case you want to connect with me, this is my page, Life Coach Candy, and the group that I was talking about. When comfort is not too comfortable coaching community. Yeah, so you can request to join the group, but make sure that you answer all the membership questions for your membership to be approved. Now, the mission, the goal of this tribe, of this community, is to help you become mentally fit so you can courageously journey outside of those comforts that you have in your life. And of course, if you want to connect with me, drop me some notes, you want to ask me some questions, then feel free to connect with me. So this is my personal timeline, my personal FB, Candy Teng. So I only have one account and it looks exactly like this. Okay, so if you see my face with a different name or my name with a different picture, then know that it is not me. I only have one account. And of course, I invite you to like D Cup Coffee Republic. It is the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines, and it is where I am presently located. And if you have seen my story, I am already, I think it's day 13. Today is day 13 of lemon turmeric juice of washing my trauma away on a molecular biology level. And if you're going to ask me, does it work? Yes, it does work. But here's the caveat: you don't take it like any other process of drinking or detoxifying your body, because what is the key in that process is actually the coaching process that I am having with Master Coach A, that as I uncover myself, as I discover my trauma, as I empower myself, I as well wash away the toxins of trauma. So yun siya. So if you want to know more about this, feel free to message me. And of course, I invite you to become a blessing. So bless someone with a meal from D Cup Coffee Republic today and allow us to become a channel of love, a channel of light, a channel of hope, a channel of healing to someone else's life, especially this pandemic where everyone is being disconnected by physical distancing, and we are forced to be cooped up in our own homes, no? In the four corners of our homes, then we invite you to really send love, send love. And we all know that mental health is now being affected by the pandemic. So I encourage you to send love by sending a meal from Decaf Coffee Republic. Along with it, of course, is your personal note of love, encouragement, inspiration, ayan, and even forgiveness, kung meron tayong gusto i-forgive dyan. So, allow Decaf Coffee Republic to be a channel of life, a channel of light, a channel of love to someone else's household this or today. Ayan. So if you want to bless someone today, then I invite you to connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661. Ayan. So, before I proceed, I invite you to get your hashtag Pack My Bag moment. So, your hashtag Pack My Bag moment are intentional learnings, key points, aha moments, sharing lessons, powerful truths that resonated with you. And for some, it pinches their heart. And usually, when you get this, you say, I'm done, I got it. I got what I paid for. Yun pala yun. Solved na ako. Pwede na ako hindi makinig. But then again, I am just starting. So I will encourage you to journey with me for this episode. And of course, I invite you to share your hashtag Pack My Bag moment on your timeline so you get to bless other people as well. And if you want to put a context so people will know where your hashtag Pack My Bag moment comes from, then you can put hashtag Coaching Pink Talk, hashtag Mindful Eating, and hashtag Mentally Fit Philippines. Ayan. So again, this is coaching for mindful eating. And when we talk about mindful eating, it's a healthy relationship with food. It is your relationship with food, and mindfulness, of course, involves paying attention at the present moment. So this is mindful eating, meaning you pay attention on the process of eating, before eating, during eating, and after eating. Ayan. So So this is simply what mindful eating is all about. It's simply eating with your full awareness on your food, on the entire eating process, and of course, on how your food is going to affect your body. So oftentimes when you talk about mindful eating, since it is being fully aware, of course, the distraction is not there. Okay. Ayan. So before I proceed, madami ng comment ang mga sangkatauhan. Ayan. So, sabi ni Coach Colleen, food dictating your mood. Yan ba yung sumasaya ka kapag nakakain yung mga foods na gusto mo? Ayan, magandang katanungan, Coach C. Let's discover that throughout this session. No? Okay, we have Coach Marife. Hello, hello. We have Coach Part. Nandiyan is Coach Part. We have Master Coach Jasmine and we have Filma. Hello, Filma. Good morning. Ayan. Okay. Kaya natin to. Okay. So, did you know? Kidney Brain, di ba? Nag-workout siya, tapos may book siya and everything. Okay. Now, did you know that your brain never stops working? It's even furiously working away while you sleep and it never takes a break. Ayan, it never gets a break. So that's the truth about our brains. So think of it if you are working out, no? Or you are always doing something and you don't get some sleep, you don't get some nutritional food, what do you think will happen to your body? Sabihin lang natin, i-relate muna natin siya sa body, no? Ayan. So what do you think can happen to your body if you don't get any break, you continuously do what do, you don't get to sleep, of course, and of course, you don't get to fuel your body with food. In short, iso sobrang busy mo, di ka na nakakakain. I mean, I'm sure you have experienced that, no? Sa sobrang busy mo, nakakalimutan mong kumain and nakalimutan mo nakalipas na pala yung oras. So if you have those moments, di ba, usually we will just remember eating when we feel busy. Ayan. So, ayan. So if you have any experience of like that, ano yung feeling? So what feeling do you get there? Okay? So, it's the same with your brain. And of course, your brain never sleeps. Yun talaga yung wiring niya. It never stops working. And it even furiously working away while you are even sleeping. And of course, it never gets a break. Because it's always working. Think of it that you're doing strenuous workout o nag-gym ka palagi. Of course, it requires a constant supply of nutrition. Ayan. So it only of course makes sense that the quality of the nutrition you're providing impacts the function of your brain. So the food you eat affects your brain and your food and your mood. Ayan. So si Coach C, ito yon. The food you eat actually affects your brain and your mood and it's not the other way around. Oftentimes kasi we have some cravings, meron tayong gusto, therefore we eat it and then naisip natin no that it affects your brain or it gives some sort of a mood. But to begin with, your brain is already telling you to eat nutritional food for it to continue to function. So just as a car runs best on clean, high quality fuel, of course, your brain runs best when it's fed properly. Ayan. So, di ba, tinan mo si brain, masaya sa mga fruits, sa mga vegetable, and sa water. So, just as a car, again, runs best on clean, high-quality fuel, your brain runs best when it's fed properly. So, a low-quality diet doesn't just create physical issues such as heart disease, obesity, and diabetes, hypertension, mga ganyan, but it can also create brain-related issues that influences your mood. So, ayan, yan talaga siya, 'di ba? Maganda, maganda to para makita niyo yung ano niya, yung the cute picture of your brain. Often, of course, if you're latest to physical fitness, for you to be able to really get the energy to work out, you go for nutritional foods. Hindi naman, di ba, pag mag-workout ka, kakain ka ng chips. You usually go for rice. You usually go for meat. You usually go for something that will give you energy for you to work out. So it's the same with your brain. It's the same concept with your brain. Now, did you know as well that there is such a thing as nutritional psychiatry? So it is an area of medicine that addresses the impact of food on your mood and behavior. Because oftentimes, what we see is we have a mood and we have a behavior. That's why we have to eat something. But it's actually the other way around. There are processes in our brain that dictates our mood and dictates our behavior that allows us to choose what kind of food that we want to take in. And eventually, when we take that food in, it affects as well our mood. And eventually, it becomes a cycle. It becomes a behavior. So, the question is, how does food impact your mood? Ayan. So first, so ito, scientific level, no? Serotonin is produced primarily in the gut. So serotonin is a neurotransmitter that's involved in regulating appetite, regulating sleep, pain inhibition, and mediation of mood. Si serotonin po ang responsable dyan. And did you know that hundreds of millions of neurons there is actually hundreds of millions of neurons in your intestinal tract, and these are influenced by serotonin produced in the gut. And it is believed that 95% of serotonin is produced in the gut. Ayan. So kaya di ba may naririnig tayo mga probiotics in the gut. So ito yun. So ito yung nag-help, okay? And then of course, second is the bacteria in your gut are an important influencer of your mood. Ayan. Diba? Scientific level po to. So, the good bacteria in your gut helps to protect you from bad bacteria, and they help to properly seal the interior of your intestinal tract from the rest of your body. And this also helps to control inflammation throughout the body, and they even affect the neural pathways between your brain and your gut. Ayan. So, may neural pathways din po. Oftentimes, naiisip natin nasa loob lang siya ng brain. But it has a connection, no? Neural pathways to different organs of your body. Of course, because the brain dictates the function of your body. And of course, ito na, dun, 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 a diet high in processed food increases the likelihood of depression by as much as 35%. So areas of the world that eat minimal amounts of processed food have actually a far lower incidence of depression. And it's likely that there are other, of course, physiological issues that are influenced by diet. So I am just sharing with you a part of it, which is actually depression, which it is most common, no, halos common na ngayon yung depression. And in here, you can see that food that you eat actually can affect you in such a way that it can also trigger depression. Yan po siya. So what you put actually in your body affects your brain and your food. And mindful eating can help reduce the likelihood of suffering from depression and help to stabilize your mood as well. So the food for your body is of course like gas to the car, and using proper fuel has a lot of benefit. Ayan. So we have Coach Lady Jen. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. So I'd like to share with this cook, no? Man seeks to change the foods available in nature to suit his taste. Would you agree with me? Gusto natin yung food talaga yung nag-a-adjust sa gusto nating lasa, thereby putting an end to the very essence of life contained in them. Oftentimes, the food that we eat are processed, no? And in processed food, there are certain tastes that we are looking for. There are certain tastes that we want. And in the process, no, during that process, the natural nutritional value of the food is gone. Na-dilute sila through the process being processed, no? And of course, there are other ways as well when you cook food. Of course, we all know that when you cook, especially vegetables, no, when you cook this and when you subject this to heat, the nutritional value goes down compared to when you eat this raw and organic in its natural state and form. So it is like this. Again, man seeks to change the foods available in nature to suit his taste, thereby putting an end to the very essence of life contained in them. Now, you want to become an expert on your own eating habits and methods. And mindful eating is a great practice for paying attention to your eating. And also, of course, it is very informative. It's much easier to eat well, of course, and then maintain a healthy weight if you know the times and circumstances in which you're most likely to eat nutritiously or give in to eating unhealthy foods. And of course, now that you know that food actually affects your mood, and food can I have been sharing that food is a natural cure to your body. That as well, if food is a natural cure to your body, food as well can be something that can be detrimental for your health. So knowing the foods that you eat, of course, you have to know how it takes and how it affects your physical body, not only the physical body, but your mental health as well, your emotional health as well. Okay, so the question is now how to apply the ideas of nutritional psychiatry to yourself. So you may not be, of course, at the nutritional psychiatrist. I am not one as well. But of course, you don't need to be one to be able to take care of yourself and to be able to eat the right food that is good for your mental health. Ayan na si Nina, si Nini. Hello, Nini. Ayan, sabi ni Coach Marife, whole being tayo, all we take in will impact all in us. Yes, Coach Marife, tama ka dyan because food affects not only your mood, but your mental well-being as well. Okay? So again, you don't need to be a nutritional psychiatrist to apply and to eat healthily for your brain and mood. So you don't have to be a certified personal trainer as well to do some push up and go for a run or do some training for your brain. So of course, you can gain a tremendous amount of insight and progress from doing some simple experimenting on yourself. So I will be sharing with you strategies, no, and you can use these strategies to experiment with how various foods affect your body because food has different effect, no, to your body. It depends. For others, they're very sensitive on sweets, no, na konting sweet lang, automatically they will get the sugar rush and then eventually they will get the sugar crash. And for others, food, what do you call this? Sugar is very natural to them, and for them they get it as fuel for their body. So it really depends, and you want to be able to experiment because our bodies react differently to different food. Okay, so first is you want to rate yourself. Ayan, if you have your pen, your paper, ayan, go ahead. I will be listing areas on what you can rate yourself in. So you can you have to make a list of qualities you consider to be important that could be food related, and you want to rate yourself for each quality on a scale of 1 to 10. So 1 being lowest and of course 10 being highest. So I will be sharing with you some or a few ideas on what do you want to rate on, and how does the food, of course, rate. I mean, how the food affects you. So you want to be able to assess yourself right now. So, an example of this, your ease of falling asleep. Ayan. So, if you're going to rate yourself 1 to 10, mabilis ka bang makatulog o hindi ka mabilis makatulog? Okay. Now, the second one that you can rate yourself is the quality of sleep. Now, if you are sleeping, how is the quality of your sleeping? Because you can just sleep for 4 hours, but you get quality of sleep that when you wake up, you feel refreshed, you feel renewed, versus you completing an 8-hour cycle of sleep, but when you wake up, you feel lethargic, you feel still tired again. So you want to be able to rate the quality of sleep. And of course, eto na, you want to rate your body weight. Sabi ni Coach Marife, food tips your hormones and may bring it to a haywire. Yes. And sabi ni Nina ko, ayan na ang candy corner. Rush and crush. Okay. So another thing that you can rate as well is your body weight. Next is your ability to focus and concentrate. So you want to rate yourself in terms of your ability to focus and concentrate. Can you concentrate well? Can you focus well? And if you want to know the difference of focus and concentration, then you might want to go to the YouTube channel Coach AI Connect and look up coaching for mental fitness, because I have discussed this in the previous episode. Okay, so again, rate your ability to focus and concentrate. Can you easily focus, or when you are concentrated, you easily get distracted? Okay, so you want to be able to rate yourself in that. Now, the next one is your overall mood. How is your overall mood? Palagi ka bang galit? Palagi ka bang masaya? Palagi ka bang nalulungkot? Palagi ka bang feeling low energy? So you want to be able to rate your overall mood. Now, the next one is anxiety. Now, as you live, of course, throughout the day, you want to be able to assess yourself right now in terms of anxiety. Where are you in the scale? Do you experience one being lowest, halos walang anxiety? Or do you rate yourself 10 na punong-puno pa ng anxiety, that everything na lang you are anxious of? And of course, the next one that you can rate is energy. Yan, sa energy levels mo, nasaan ka in terms of your energy level. Of course, we all have that desired, no, and we know deep that energy level that we are on our peak. So usually, pag nandun ka talaga sa peak mo and you have all that energy, you feel, of course, nasa 10 ka. Again, but then again, it's you, so you have to rate yourself in terms of your energy level. Where are you from a scale of 1 to 10? Next is memory. So, kamusta ang retention of your memory? Ayan. Ba maganda yan, mabilis ka ba makalimot? Yung tipong ginawa mo to, then nalingon ka lang, nakalimutan mo na. Ayan. So, don't worry, hashtag I'm guilty, no? From time to time, I have this moments, no? Ayan. And of course, your mental sharpness. Mabilis ka ba maka-pick up, or you always find yourself loading, lagging, and buffering? So you want to be able, again, to rate yourself from 1 to 10. And of course, you want to be able to rate your physical comfort or your pain levels. Ayan. Okay? And lastly, another thing that you can monitor, you can rate yourself in terms of blood sugar, blood pressure, and other symptoms to ailments. Ayan. So that is something that you want to rate yourself. And in the process, no, you want to be able to give yourself a rating for all of the characteristics that I have mentioned before you begin is your experiment. So this experiment is actually a 2-week experiment. So if you have watched the eating pattern and knowing the pattern of your eating, that is actually 1 week, and this one is actually 2 weeks. Ang ganda nun, because you get, when you journal your eating pattern, and now you get to experiment on how food and mood, you can see actually how amazingly they are intertwined, how they are so much related, and you can understand yourself more. And how did I know? Because ginawa ko din to. Of- Okay. And the second one is, of course, to eliminate all potentially unhealthy foods for 2 weeks. Yan, again, 2 weeks. The challenge is just to eliminate all potentially unhealthy food for you in 2 weeks. Ayan. So, wag tayo masyado biglang forever na. It's just experiment. Let's just experiment, and let's be kind to our brain. Wag na natin siya ipapanic mode, and tell your brain that we're going to experiment for 2 weeks and see which food is unhealthy for you and which food is healthy for you. Now, for 2 weeks, you want to be able to eliminate all processed foods, nuts, dairy. Yan, yung mga mahilig sa dairy. alcohol, and of course, added sugar. So a processed food is anything that doesn't occur in nature. So, tadang, no pasta, no bread, no crackers, no soda, no flour, no sugar. Yan. Okay? So while of course olive oil is considered to be acceptable, eliminate other oils for 2 weeks as well. Or if hindi kaya, you want to be able to lessen, but you want to make it consistent. Consistent yung paggamit mo ng amount ng oil. So what does that leave that you can eat? Of course, you get to eat foods which is meat, no, in its natural form. So no sausage, no hot dog, no bratwurst, or any meat that has things added to it. So you want to be able to really just have meat in its natural form, okay? Natural form. Kaya natin to, guys. Kaya nyo to. But it's actually a very, very fun process. Now, let's talk about beans, no? Beans, rice, and potatoes are okay, but they actually provide little nutrition and significant calories. Ibig sabihin, they are high in calories, but in terms of nutritional values, it doesn't give you much. So what else can you eat? You can, of course, eat fish on its natural form. You can eat vegetable, of course. You can eat fruits, but you want to be able to watch your sugar intake because you have to treat fruit as a dessert. Si fruit pa rin is fructose, and fructose is the highest form of sugar, no? Mataas siya sa sugar. So you want to be able to watch your sugar intake, and you want to be able to have that mindset that fruit is really a dessert. So it's just as if it's a cake. It's as if ano pa ba yung mga usual dessert natin? Basta yung mga sweets is just in its natural form. And of course, water. Ayan, in terms of hydration, you want to be able to go to water. Ayan. So before I proceed, nandito si Gina. Hello, hello. Good morning, Gina. Okay. Ayan, sabi ni Coach Lady Jen, ang challenge sa kanya ang mag-eliminate ng pasta and sugar. Yes. So, this is an experiment actually. Kaya 2 weeks lang, no? Because 2 weeks is more feasible for you. It's not strenuous, it's not too tasking for your brain. Now, of course, ito na yung process, no? After 2 weeks, you want to be able to rate yourself in those areas. You want to be able to rate on your body weight. I'm sure there will be drastic changes in terms of your body weight. Ayan, in terms of your mood, I'm sure you will see the difference. As in, I guarantee you, you will see the difference. And you'll probably find that you feel fantastic compared to how you normally feel after just a few days. And you'll feel even better, of course, after the 2 weeks. Now, it's time, of course, to rate yourself again and go back through your list and give yourself a new rating doon sa base after 2 weeks. No, give yourself a new rating. So unless you are already you already ate extremely well, no, ibig sabihin before you experiment, maganda na yung eating patterns mo, maganda yung eating lifestyle mo, you are extremely well to begin with, then you're going to see still some positive changes in your life. So if you say, Coach, nag-ano naman ako, I'm into vegetable, I'm into ganyan, then you can just eliminate some of the processed foods, diba? So I'm sure you have that. Or if you have the water, you want to be able to increase your water intake and you want to leave out the other drinks, no, like coffee, tea. If you want that, of course you can remove that. Water is still the best form of hydration, the best liquid that you can give your body. Okay, now, of course, lastly is you want to be able to consider adding back in certain foods. Ayan. So it's up to you. So in 2 weeks, you feel that you can sustain that lifestyle, then go ahead, di ba? Why not? But if you feel that you want to add back in certain foods, you're craving for certain foods, and you see that there are some food that you really want in your diet, in your lifestyle, then you want to consider adding back in certain food. So of course you've eliminated food that were causing you issues, but you also eliminated foods that weren't a problem. So from here, you can slowly look at the food that you're eating that you feel na hindi naman nakaka-affect ng mood, no? And it doesn't do much of a problem for my health. Then it's time to find out actually which foods are problematic and which are not. Kasi di ba malinis na. So what you want to do here, oftentimes kasi ang mga tao, when they go into this program, after the 2 weeks, they will just suddenly um, get all the food and eat all the food that they have previously disregarded. No? Yung mga tinabi nila, bigla na lang sila mag-binge eat. So if you're guilty, hashtag guilty. If you relate, hashtag relate. If ikaw yan, sabihin mo na lang they. When you say they sila, hindi ako, no? Okay. So if you're someone like that, I am one, no? I'm guilty for this actually. So you want to be able to add certain foods back one at a time. So you will know which foods are problematic and which are not, because you already have a rating of yourself. You already have an assessment for yourself. Of course, when you add a certain food back, of course, you will feel the difference. And from there, you can rate yourself. Itong food kinain ko, now how does it affect me now? How am I feeling right now? Ayan. So of course, as much as food, as much as always, you want to still stay away from junk food. So these are foods like chips, ice cream, candy, cake, and fried chicken. Naku, yung mga mahilig kumain ng fried chicken. Fried chicken is also considered as junk food because it has undergone a lot of processed deep fried. So you want to be able to think of it, mga deep fried is considered as junk food. Because they are very, very high in calories. Okay. However, of course, if you love nuts, dairy, bread, or pasta, so eto na si Lady Jen, no, you might be able to eat this without a significant penalty, of course, because in fact, dairy and nuts can be healthy, but many people have issues with them. Probably you may have some issues with this. When you talk about pasta, no, and bread, ano ba yung pwedeng mga issues dito? Yung mga people who are sensitive to gluten but they are not aware. And usually when you remove this, syempre nag-clean out, nag-detox yung body, eventually they realize that they are gluten sensitive. Ayan. So these are some of the cases. Now, here's the plan. You want to be able to add back one food at a time. So after 3 days, 3 days, one food at a time, okay? Only add back one food at a time every 3 days. So after 3 days, rate yourself again. If your numbers don't get worse, then feel free to continue eating it. Of course, malamang if you got a lower score, that means you should skip the food. You should eliminate the food. Okay? And of course, only add back one food again at a time. Paulit-ulit ko talaga siya sinasabi. You only add back one food at a time. Otherwise, your results won't give you any useful information. Sayang yung 2 weeks na ginawa mo, okay? So you won't know if only one food is bothering you, two of them or all of them. So dahan-dahan, because pag sinabay mo siya, then you won't get an accurate results as well for yourself. And you want, of course, to keep in mind that if one gluten-containing food bothers you, it's likely that all of them will. Now, if you want to learn more about what gluten food is, of course, you can Google it, or of course, you can feel free to message you. Sabi ni Coach Ladies Jen, gagawin niya. And ayan na si Nini. Ayan, okay. So there are yes, si Nini kasi nag-shift yan to plant-based food. Okay? So again, these are the processes that you can apply to yourself. Okay? So science and mindfulness actually complement each other. And in helping people to eat well and maintain their health and well-being. Science again and mindfulness complement so much together. And if you get to really combine these two aspects, you'll see how life can be improve how life, not only in terms of physical, in terms of your mindful eating, but how mindfulness will eventually apply in all areas of your life. And oftentimes we feel that eating kasi is the most regular and natural thing that we do as a person, and often we are not mindful. And if it's something that we always do and we are not mindful, how can we become mindful of other and bigger things? Okay? But of course, some simple and patient experimentation as we go through the process of 2 weeks, no, you can find that the foods that work best in your body, you will be able to discover yourself, how your body reacts, how your thought process works, how you normally feel with certain food, and you will get to discover what works best in your body. And of course, in just a few weeks, you can feel considerably not only physically better, but I am sure you will feel psychologically better as well. Okay, so this information is invaluable when applied, of course, to your mindful eating practice. It is very, very, very valuable when you get to apply all of this in your mindful eating practice. And as you, of course, become mindful with what you eat, you will naturally see how food becomes the nutrition, how food becomes the fuel for your brain to become healthy. And if you're someone who's suffering from depression, I am sure you will see some improvements in terms of your mental health. And of course, stress can lead you to poor eating habits, and it's no secret that many people turn to food during times of hang- high anxiety, and this can result into overeating and poor food choices. So I have been providing you information on coaching for mindful eating. Now, if you want to dive into mindful eating and you want to really go through the process with someone who will journey with you, with someone who understand and who will uncover the eating patterns, the cycles that you have, someone to support you, someone to become your accountability partner, then I invite you to connect with me. I would really, really, really love to journey with you. So these are my details, and this is the coaching bundle that I am offering along with my coaching program. Okay? So become an expert of your own eating habits and methods, because this is great practice not only for paying attention to your eating, but it is as well a key to your mental well-being, a key to your mental fitness. So as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. Okay, so if you are not yet a smart holder of B Learning e-card, then let me invite you personally to become a mental model collector like us and be part of the B Learning Society, which is the tent maker of B Learning homes for mental fitness. So as a B-Learning e-card holder, you'll enjoy 5% food and beverage discount from Decaf Coffee Republic, a full access pass to the live coaching, live monthly mental model masterclass by Master Coach A, and of course, you get a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. So if you are new to the concept of mental models and you're asking, Coach, ano ba yung mental model? What is mental model? So a mental model is actually an explanation of how something works. So it is a concept, a framework, or even a worldview that you carry around in your mind. And this actually help you to interpret the world and understand the relationship between things. And mental models are actually your deeply held beliefs about how the world works. So when you have certain mental models in your mind, you react and you respond to things naturally. And of course, why are mental models important? Because when you get to build up your base of mental models, there are actually at least 600 mental models out there, no? And when you get to learn some and you become a collector of mental models, you're actually building up a base of your most valuable and universal mental models, which is actually if you know the tree of knowledge, you are actually building up the trunks of your knowledge that, of course, you can use for the rest of your life. So think of it as a tool that you can use in your life. And mental models are a critical category, of course, of knowledge that gets more relevant over time and can be applied across a wide array of different domains in your life. So when you know about how your mind works, you will be able to know how to eventually change and transform the way you think. And as you transform the way you think, you will know which mental models you want to use in order for you to be able to sculpt your own mental model to success. So the next mental model masterclass is on August 21, which is on a Saturday at 7 p.m. And Master Coach will cover polymath mental model. So just in case you don't know what polymath is, then I invite you to message me. I can share with you what polymath is. And of course, if you have heard of Jack of all trades, master of none, that is one of the characteristic of polymath. But the example of people who are polymaths are Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Richard Feynman, Ben Franklin, Thomas Edison, Leonardo da Vinci, and so much more. So you get in this masterclass, you get to learn how you can combine skills that you know and eventually become and create your own unique set of skills that will allow you to become the superstar in your field. So you want to be able to discover why polymaths will win this 21st century. So register now, connect with me or connect with Coach Rizal to 0917-586-1661. And of course, for individuals who intend to embark on a journey of becoming certified life coach like us, Master Coach A now offers Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. So this is actually a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. So this includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and of course, a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. And the program package also comes with many other bonuses. So connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this coaching profession, which is actually the second fastest growing profession in the world today. And Jancy Jewel, hello Jewel. I just wanted to greet you before I tune out. No, okay. So do join us for another coaching conversation later with Coach Cherry for coaching for lip formation at 2 p.m. and Coach Rizal for coaching for purposeful living at 4 p.m. And once again, this is Life Coach Candy Teng from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Because coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us in the Philippines. Love bam boom, love bam boom, love bam boom. Bye bye.